Hi, it's Matt with Get To It Outdoors. I bought a new toy from Amazon. Cost me a little over $46, which is relatively cheap. It's going to help me with my deer season, I hope. It's going to tell me the speed of my arrow as it leaves my crossbow. That way I can dial in the scope on top. On top of the scope is an adjustment showing the feet per second, and it will auto adjust to how the arrow falls. When I first bought my bow, it was rated at 405 feet per second. Now that's rated, and I used the recommended arrows bolts for it. However, I truly didn't know what speed the bolts were leaving that crossbow. But now that's about to change. One of the things I was excited about seeing is that it had a threaded port on the bottom or hole, so I can put it on a tripod instead of just a tabletop mount. You can certainly do a tabletop mount, but using a tripod gets you that exact height that you need in order to send the arrow through. Okay, you want to set your chronograph approximately 1 bolt length away from your crossbow. So let's say on average the bolt is about 20 inches. Just use it as your measuring device away from your crossbow. And that's the ideal distance you want to set it up. Obviously you can set it up further and you lose your feet per second as it goes further. However, you chance hitting these triangle pieces here as it further goes down. I want to know the feet per second off the bow. Alright, this chronograph takes only 4 AA batteries, which isn't too bad. On top here, you're going to notice there's an on and off switch. When you turn it on, you have a small window to lock in the feet per second option. As soon as you turn it on, FPS is going to be displayed on this screen, and you hit the stop button to lock that in. Otherwise it defaults to miles per second. That's indicated by the lights here next to miles per second, feet per second, or joules. So I'm going to turn it on, I'm going to lock it in feet per second, and get ready to send an arrow through. Okay, we're locked in at feet per second, ready to go. Alright, everything's lined up. I don't see any part of the chronograph through the scope, so I don't think I'm going to be in any danger of hitting the triangle metal frame. So let's go ahead and send one down and see what happens. Safety off. Alright, let's do that 3 more times to get an average. Okay, on average, I'm shooting 368 feet per second. Now, if I'm using the recommended bolts, recommended weight on the field tips and the broadheads, should I not be getting 400 feet per second? Maybe new out of the box, but this bow is approaching 7 years old. And to be honest with you, I haven't replaced the string or the limbs. They're starting to probably show their wear a little bit. So it's important to know what the speed of my bolts coming out of this older crossbow here. By adjusting this knob, what it does is adjust the magnification within the scope, which makes every step down after the top one be more accurate based off of the feet per second. So whether your scope's set up for every 5 yards or every 10 yards, it's going to be more on and more accurate than if you were to put it at 405 when it's really slinging 368. Alright, once you learn your feet per second, you can understand your scope, and your scope's going to start making more sense to you. So thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Catch you out in the woods.